Shalom. Shalom. I want to say all praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the sincere brethren. I came out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I'm proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man and his wicked empire. So this video, the spirit been on me to do this video for a couple days now. This video is going to be entitled actually for like more than a week, two weeks, because this is part of the gospel proclaiming who the Israelites are. This video is going to be entitled Cape Verdeans are Israelites. Cape Verdeans are Israelites. So now when you deal with the Cape Verde is an archipelago of islands that you can see right here, which is what? Of the west coast of Africa, man. So you see Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Sierra Leone. You have Cape Verde right here. Cape Verde is an archipelago, which is a group of islands right there off the west coast of Africa. And I'm gonna get some of the quick history real quick. Jake from West Africa during the transatlantic slave trade was brought to the Cape Verdean Islands to work them plantations, man, by Esau, Edom. So this is on Wikipedia about Cape Verde. It says the Cape Verde archipelago was uninhabited until the 15th century, when Portuguese explorers discovered and colonized the islands. So they were uninhabited, and the Portuguese, which we know when you go into the history, were some of the first involved in the slave trade, if not the first, thus establishing the first European settlement in the tropics. Because the Cape Verde Islands were conveniently located to play a role in the Atlantic slave trade. Because when you look at the map, like I just showed you, brothers, Cape Verde is right off the coast of West Africa, which is in transit over the Atlantic Ocean to what? To the Americas, man. To North, South, and Central America, you understand? Show you brothers real quick. So you see, back here, right here, is Cape Verde, right? And then what? You go over to the west, you have the Americas, man. You have the Benjamin Islands, Puerto Rico, South America, on up to North America. You understand? So we see it's situated as like a stopping point on the what they call the Middle Passage, going from West Africa to the New World, as a stopping point to drop Jake off, man. To drop Negroes off to serve slavery on those sugar plantation and them other, whether it's banana plantations that they had out there in the island of Cape Verde. So and that fits right in with prophecy. So if you Cape Verdeans watching out there, and just to qualify, because I know Jake might get simple, not every Cape Verdean is an Israelite, man. Because we know that there have been a lot of tares sown amongst our people, man. And that don't just go for Cape Verdeans, man. That goes for Mexicans, African Americans, Jamaicans, you understand? Trinidadians. We know tares have been sown amongst our people. So there's people who look like us, but they actually of the other nations. They might be Edomites, Ishmaelites, Elamites, whatever, man. You understand? But as a collective, the majority, Cape Verdeans, are Israelites, going back to what? The southern kingdom of the nation of Israel. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Egypt represents what? Captivity, great bondage. How were the people of Cape Verde got them, and how was it populated? Through the Portuguese bringing Jake slaves, Negroes, and enslaving them to the Cape Verdean archipelago, man, to work them plantations. And their descendants are there to this day. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way, wherever I spake unto thee, thou shalt see no more again. Come, we will remove further away from from our homeland of Israel. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Can't. So that's what happened to the Cape Verdeans. You were sold onto them different Cape Verde islands, because there's a multitude of islands, and you were serving slavery there, man. You understand? You were serving slavery there under the what? The Portuguese. That's why today the Cape Verdeans, they speak what? A Portuguese Creole. You understand? They speak Portuguese and they speak Portuguese Creole, just like the Haitians speak French and they speak French Creole, and Haitian Creole. And even the Spanish tribe, the Spanish they speak is not the same Spanish that the Spaniards speak, so on and so forth. And there was a documentary that came out a couple weeks ago that I saw that kind of inspired me to do this video, where it was going into Cape Verde, man. You understand? And one person left a comment. It's like, oh, Cape Verde is basically like a little Brazil. And what's the two have in common? Brazil was colonized by the Portuguese, so was Cape Verde, man. So Jake have a lot of similarities, and there's a lot of Southern Kingdom down there in Brazil, same way. A lot of Negroes were brought to Brazil to serve slavery, man, by the millions, man. There's a whole lot of Jake, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi down there in the land of Brazil, man. So just because a person said they're Brazilian, that don't mean that they Asher, man. They could be Judah, they could be Benjamin, they could be Levi, man. You understand? That's why you have to know the history. You have to know the dynamics of prophecy. You understand? So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. So the Lord sent the Portuguese against Jake over there in West Africa, and had these Portuguese grab up Jake and what? Dock them off, dock them off in Cape Verde, man. As they were traversing the Atlantic Ocean, they stopped in Cape Verde and sold Jake off there, man. You understand? For bondmen and bondwomen to serve in them plantations out there in Cape Verde to enrich the Portuguese Empire, to enrich Portugal. You understand? Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. And that's what Jake went through, man. Put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. That's slavery until he have destroyed thee. And now, hey, watching on the YouTube, you look up Cape Verde, man, interviewing different Jakes out there. A lot of them is all messed up in the head, man. Just like a lot of the Northern Kingdom thinking that they white, or that they closer to Esau. Same thing with the Cape Verdeans, man. You understand? Because a lot of them, I'll show you pictures, there's been a heavy mixture out there. A lot of them come looking like a Northern Kingdom, man. Or what you would say. Some of them look like Negroes. Some of them look like Northern Kingdom. Some of them look more like what you would call so-called white men. You understand? But that's because of what? The tares and the wheat, man. The miscegenation of what people would call race mixing. You understand? But these are the people of Cape Verde. These are some of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You understand? Let me get that real quick. And that's what our message is to do, to wake up you Jakes. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's a huge Cape Verdean community out there in Massachusetts, man, out there in the Boston area. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. And I'm watching the documentary, and I'm like, yo, these people are 100% Jake, man. And guess what? In the documentary, one of the main things that they were doing is what? Celebrating so-called carnival, man. And who is known for celebrating carnival? You so-called West Indians and you Brazilians, man. You know what I mean? Benjamites and Asherites, man. Mainly, predominantly. Showing you that, hey, we the same people, man. Because the main thing was, they was getting ready to celebrate carnival in that documentary. They was basically showing the different, basically doing a modern day documentary on Cape Verde, and it was around their so-called carnival season, and they was getting ready to celebrate carnival, man. Just like Jake over here in the Americas, man. In the Caribbean and in South America. You understand? So this is the book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles. Come. So our first concern is not the Gentiles, man, not the heathen, not the natural Gentiles. Our first concern is who? Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Come. And you Cape Verdeans, you part of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And you have to hear this word. You understand? You go back to what? For the most part, the majority of you go back to what? The lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. And you Jake all them, man. You know who's Cape Verdean? Cristiano Ronaldo, man. Cristiano Ronaldo, his people go back to Cape Verde, man. And we all know he gotta be a Jake. He got the look. You know what I mean? He gotta be a Jake, man. Like light-skinned Jake. You know what I mean? But yeah, he go back to all the Cape Verdean people, man. You understand? So we know what? The Spirit bear witness. He's one of the greatest soccer players of all time. And we know, hey, that's Jake. Jake excels at those stuff, man. Jake excels above the nations. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. We are above all the nations. We are the salt of the earth. That's another thing, man. They have all type of culture and flavor out there. They have the music, the food, the dress. You know what I mean? I was showing you some pictures, showing you some of the pictures. Hey, that's Jake, man. That's Jake all day, man. That is Jake. You can't deny it, man. This is because James chapter 1, verse 1. James is servant of the Most High Yahweh, and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting, come. So our job is to push this word, man. You know what I mean? Call out to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. I mean, Cape Verdeans, you part of the 12 tribes scattered abroad, man. You understand? Let me read that again. James chapter 1, verse 1. James is servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting. So we come to call you back to repentance, call you back to who you are. Call you back to your identity. You're not Cape Verdean. You are Israelite, from Judah, from Benjamin, from Levi. You understand? That's who you are. That's who you are according to the Holy Scriptures. You're not Portuguese, man. I think another thing they call them is like Criollos. You're not a Criollo, man. You are Israelite. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10. It's like Isaiah chapter 11. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Elam, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. It's not Cape Verde Islands, man. Most people don't know about Cape Verde, man. Most Jake don't even like Cape. You ask a Jake in America, or a Jake from Trinidad, or a Jake from Jamaica, or a Jake from Mexico, a Jake from certain places. Most places, they don't know about Cape Verde, man. They never heard about it, man. But that's what the Lord heard. The Lord know about you, man. And if you're part of the elect, hey, the Lord is gonna save you, man. The Lord hasn't forgotten none of his children, man. You understand? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. Let me read that again. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. Come on. So Cape Verde is what? An archipelago, a group of islands. So hey, Jake, you be part of the elect out there. Hey, the Lord is gonna save you, man. The Lord ain't forgot about you. You understand? And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel. Come on, we're living in that time, man. You know what I mean? We're living in a time of what? We're preaching the end times. onto the world, condemning the heathen and waking up the elect of Israel. You know what I mean? Telling them, proclaiming what Yahweh Shai is about to return and subdue the kings of the earth and destroy the wicked amongst Israel and subdue the heathen empires, man, and enslave the heathen. Matthew, what is that? Not Matthew. Revelation 13 and 9. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Let me get that real quick. Revelation chapter 13 verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. So if you have understanding, not ears specifically, this is parabolic speaking. If you have understanding, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity can. So how did you Cape Verdeans get to Cape Verde? You were led into captivity by the so-called white man, the so-called Portuguese. That's how you got there. And now a lot of you niggas thinking you Portuguese, man. Bugged out of your mind. But hey, you just like the rest of Jake. Jake thinking, Puerto Ricans thinking they Spaniard. You know what I mean? You have Negro Jakes thinking that they white, man. You have West Indians thinking that they Englishmen. The Englishmen. You understand? Hey, Jake is totally bugged out, man. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of his saints. Huh? So hey, the Portuguese that slaughtered your people, that enslaved your people, that put you on those islands to serve captivity, and you remain there to this day. Hey, they have to be judged for that, man. You're not gonna get reparations. You're gonna have to take your reparations via Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, so you're not gonna get justice. You know what I mean? So on and so forth. So on and so forth. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is gonna give you your justice. You understand? So back in the book of Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And you Cape Verdeans, you part of the dispersed of Judah. Yo, there are some islands floating around in the Atlantic Ocean, man. You understand? Jake, boy. Jake being the most precarious places surviving. Resilient as hell, man. You understand? But yeah, that's about it, man. The Spirit put it on me to go further into this topic. We'll go further, but hey, you Cape Verdeans, you are, for the most part, the majority of you are Israelites, man. From the kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You know what I mean? You probably have some northern kingdoms sprinkled up in there, but predominantly from the southern kingdom of the 12 tribes of Israel. So with that, I want to say our praises be to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone Rule Well, and shalom to the elect.